official name is Harry Lion Blewitt, but nobody calls me any of that. Bing is a nickname I've had since birth, so a lot of people, especially my friends, call me Bing. When I was first born, both grandfathers were named Harry, and then they decided on my mother's middle name, Lion, so they called me Harry Lion Blewitt, but nobody liked the name Harry particularly to use, even though they were obligated to use it. Those are the days when the baby's born, the nurse grabs him and runs off and cleans them all up and brings them back. She was looking for a nickname, my mother was. So when I was handed to her, the nurse said, "Here's your bouncing Bing." That was it. Bing from that point forward. I was minding my own business in Northwest Missouri teaching, and I wasn't looking for a job, and I got a phone call from Alabama describing a job, and when I hung up, I said, "I don't know if I'm interested or not." And then as soon as I hung up, I thought, that's pretty dumb, you know. So I called back and I said, of course I'm interested in looking at it. I've been here for a long time. I've been here since, I think, fall '75, so almost 50 years on campus. At the museum, I've been a volunteer since about 1999, and I like it. And if I could keep ADL out of my hair, it would be even better. No, I'm kidding. Well, my first involvement was like 2/3 New College and 1/3 chemistry. So I taught New College seminars. There were 2 students in New College seminars whose names are all over the place back here. If you start looking at the collection, you'll find these guys who collected things and donated them. And James Lamb is one. The other is Tad Rust. They were both New College students. I was their advisor. They were both paleontology majors, which you could only do through New College. And they just used to bring me fossils and all kinds of stuff. And eventually, I got interested in it just listening to those 2. I came over and I met the curator, and I said, I want to volunteer. And I worked on this, which is pretty fun. Eventually, I'll get to touch everything in the collection. And that's pretty cool. Many fossils you get are locked in a rock of some sort. So you take up a chunk of matrix with a bone sticking out, and you slowly take the matrix away. So preparation is one thing that you do. And the thing I've been doing lately is working on inventory. You want to know the project I'm doing now while you're thinking about what? Okay, this is really a long project. I think I started about 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago. Okay, so we're in cabinet 3. There are probably about 50 cabinets back there, plus open shelves. The museum got a new database, and to put all the old database in the new database. And when they did, each one of these over 20,000 items get new numbers. So all these things from the old database are folded in the new one. But no box in any drawer back here has the new numbers on it. So that means somebody has to take the new numbers and put them on 20,000 boxes back there. And I figured nobody was dumb enough to do that. So I volunteered to do it.
Didn't you touch Artemis?
Yeah, I worked on Artemis. You want the whole story? It was in the summertime. A person calls the museum because I found a mosasaur and describes it. He wanted the museum to come look at it. And the museum staff was out doing something, digging in the dirt someplace, and they didn't have time to do it. So they asked me if I could go look at it, and I felt a little uncomfortable about evaluating something. Is it the right quality, etc. So I asked Gary Hooks to go with me, and Gary was a geology prof here forever. So he and I went. Incredible what was visible in the ground. It had been found by a fisherman. It wasn't completely exposed, it was partly exposed. But some of the front was exposed and some of the back was exposed. So we're wondering if everything is there. We knew it could be very special, so we came back and we called Ed Hooks, who was the curator at the time, and said, I don't care what you're doing, this is more important. Come here and dig this up. So he did. He brought a whole team of people and he put it in a jacket. The jacket was probably about that wide. And the animal was intact. It's the best preserved one that we know about, and it sits in the museum. I hope forever it stays out. There's over 1,000 mosasaurs back there. Is there a new species back there? I can't imagine there isn't. 13,000. You gotta have a new one, right? If you volunteer with ADL, with me as your supervisor, you may very well find something nobody else has recognized before. I think it's important to collect things from the past and to learn about what we had 10 million years ago, 20 million years ago, 60 million years ago. What was it like when? And from knowing what it was like when, we might even be able to make some fiction about what the future will be like.